Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. As promised, we're going to take a look at Retro Games Limited and their pre-order. It opened today, a few hours ago. Again, late to the party, as always, but, well, not too late. You know, a few hours isn't too bad, is it really? So we're going to have a quick look at their Facebook post now, and it's got the link on there. So I will put my mouse over it for you. There's the link. If you want to make a note of that, if you don't go on Facebook, that is the link that you need to follow to get there. We're going to go on there ourselves in a minute. I'll show you all the process and everything, so we'll see it in action. I'll also explain to you why I don't think I'm going to do a pre-order yet. So, not with them anyway. I'm keeping my Amazon one for now, for the time being. There's a specific reason for that, which we will go into in a little while. So, pre-order the A1200 from us, our partners, directly and with confidence. Follow the link via our website, and that will take you to their website. We'll click on that in a second. And then we don't have to read this anyway, because this is all stuff we know already. There's no extra game news. They don't even mention Rocket Ranger or it came from the desert. So, there's even less information than what we maybe deduced yesterday. So unfortunately, nothing else confirmed. It does confirm that you can sideload games USB stick with WHD load support. So that's good. And obviously it's got about the saves. It includes a workbench as well, which we also know, allowing the use of the full range of Amiga software and compatible with thousands of classic Amiga games and demos, utilising WHD load for simplicity. Games must be legally obtained, purchased from the legal owners, blah blah blah. Of course, this bit I don't understand, so if someone can explain it to me, please. We are also aiming to give users both some limited physical case and software flexibility. More details to be confirmed soon. Not quite sure what that means. So if anyone has got an idea, tell me, please. And so currently the site is only able to take orders from the following countries: UK, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands and Spain. Other countries such as the USA and more will be added ASAP to the system, but you can also pre-order from regional online retailers in the USA and Australia right now, as well as Amazon and others right now. So there you go, North America. I apologise on behalf of our country once again that they've left you off, which sucks, quite honestly, doesn't it? But at least you have a way of ordering, I guess. But it seems like you lot are always an afterthought, which is a bit crappy to say the least. But I hope you're happy enough that the fact that you've got some way of ordering this. But it looks like you will be included eventually, but they don't really give a time frame for that. We will come back to this post because there's some comments on here that I want to go over. But first of all, we're going to click on the link and get straight into that action. So this is where we're going to come out. So now they have a proper decent page set up on their website, because that is a Retro Games website, obviously, that it comes out to. You have the link there, which again, we will click on that in a second. I got excited when I saw this because I was thinking, finally, we're going to have all the details. It's amazing, because this is normally the page where all the details are shared. We'll have a look. Be disappointed. Oh, there's another link for pre-order there as well. So, well, again, it's nice we see a little bit, like we've seen a little bit of the workbench on there, which is cool. Yeah, that's nothing that we didn't see before. Again, full working size keyboard. This is what disappointed me. I got down to here and I was like, 25 classic Amiga games. They've listed them. No, they haven't. It's the same ones we already know about. I don't know if that means they haven't settled on what they're putting on there yet. I'd find it hard to believe that they don't know, but I'm not quite sure why we're not being told yet. Unless it's the ultimate tease, and maybe they're going to reveal it. I remember when the A500 Mini came out, and it was a brilliant reveal. They did like an advent calendar and revealed a game a day, and that was fantastic. So I'm hoping they're just like keeping it back for something like that. But I don't know. There's a couple of reasons at the moment why I'm losing a bit of faith in this whole thing. So I really hope that, I just hope that there is a good reason for this, but I guess we'll see. We will see in time, won't we? There's nothing we can do about it now. There you go. Load your own, which is about WHD load support. And what I said about yesterday with the Cruiser Blade stick. I mean, again, or any stick. You know, you don't have to get one of those, but I find that they work very well with their machines. Again, maybe not with this one. I don't know. I don't want to endorse it too hard, just in case it doesn't. But I've not had any problem with any of the other ones anyway. So, and mouse and gamepad. What's in the box? Well, we kind of know that already too, don't we? Nice to get another gamepad, because I'm assuming the A500 mini one will also work with it, so we'll have two gamepads, which is nice if you've got multiplayer and stuff. That's it. So we're not getting any extra details. It's what we already know, which is a bit of a shame, really, isn't it? I was expecting to learn a little bit more today, particularly when I saw they had this page up now. I like seeing the workbench on there. That gets me excited, I must be honest, but there's not anything else on here really that's what we don't already know. So let's get to the pre-order link. So we'll open that up, and this is where it takes you into replay. Nice and colourful. Again, nothing new on here. 100% money back guarantee. That's pretty good. There's the price though. Now, I have an issue with this, right? I went back and watched my old video yesterday, the video that I put up when this was first announced on Facebook, just because I was having doubts about myself. Because what I did yesterday before I watched that video is I scrolled back through Facebook to check their original post, and where it said price, it said to be confirmed. And I'm like, I'm sure when I recorded the first video there were prices up there. I'm sure there were. And lo and behold, when I went back and watched my old video, yeah, all the prices were up there, and the UK price was £149.99. Now, I don't know why the price has jumped up by £20. I've had theories, and good theories, on Facebook that maybe it's to do with like game licensing and stuff. Maybe they've had to pay extra money, so they've had to put more money on the cost and everything. I've also had people saying that, you know, even £169.99 is a bargain if this machine is good. So, you know, I just don't like the non-transparency of it all. The fact that, you know, originally we were quoted a price only a few weeks ago, and now all of a sudden it's gone up without any word of explanation as to why. And so I don't particularly like that, but it is what it is, isn't it? You're going to have to pay that if you want this. So unfortunately, there's no getting around that. We have obviously links for all this stuff, shipping information as well. 60-day easy returns. Okay, good. But this is the bit that is going to put me off pre-ordering probably with these guys. This is a pre-order item with release and shipping starting 16th of June 2026. Order now to secure your unit. Payment will be taken at checkout, and all pre-orders will ship as soon as stock arrives. And I have read comments on Facebook that confirm that money is taken immediately. So if you've got the money now and you're putting it on a credit card or whatever you're doing, then you're fine, obviously, no problem. If you're comfortable with ordering now, because still, as we've said, we don't know 100% the machine specs, we don't 100% know the games that are included. I want to get one anyway, so, you know, that's fine, but I'm more comfortable, I think, with my money not being taken yet. That's the way I think about it. If I get the money saved, like a couple of months' time or whatever, and, you know, we've still got 5 months to go and their pre-orders are still up, I might switch it over. Because I don't massively have confidence in Amazon at the moment after the debacle with the Spectrum. I wasn't caught up in that, thankfully. I ordered with Smiths and I had absolutely no worries. I went and picked it up on the day and it was fantastic, as we know, because there's a video on my channel of it where I went and picked it up. It was actually a great day out. I really enjoyed that. But I'm not sure the way Amazon handled the rest of it that I'm 100% confident with having it on Amazon. But I'd rather have it on a system where I don't have to pay immediately, because that's the only way I can work it at this present moment in time, for one thing. But also, I feel I want to know a little bit more first. And I would like an explanation as to why the price has jumped by 20 quid. I seriously would like to know. Maybe that's just curiosity. Maybe that's sour grapes, because I don't want to pay £20 extra. I could get my Cruiser Blade stick with that, and I could, like, you know, go and have a nice meal or something. Well, actually, not a nice meal. That would be a cheap meal, wouldn't it? But, you know, I could think of better things to do with the £20. Let's put it that way. But I understand, you know, if there's a good reason for it. Of course, I do. There's scrolling through here. There's not really much more to learn. Well, it tells us the same things that it says everywhere else. I don't think there's anything new to read. And as ever with their systems, adapter is not included. Bear that in mind if you don't have one, to look up the right thing that you need. I bought one that was a plug, because I was having a few issues with my Spectrum. It kept closing down, and a lot of people were saying it's the power supply. I was using the same one as the A500 Mini, but for some reason it wasn't working as well with the Spectrum. I ended up getting like off of Amazon a Raspberry Pi plug for it. Maybe if I can find the link for that, I'll stick that on my description with everything else, because that's worked wonders for me. It solved my issues with the Spectrum and with the A500 Mini. Actually, I started using it with that as well, and I did have a few issues with that, and I thought it might have been overheating, but since I switched power supply, it worked very well. So yeah, if I can find that, I'll have a look at my old Amazon orders and I'll put a link up for that. I didn't think about that actually, but that's literally just popped into my head. That's a good idea to share that, because that plug was a lifesaver for me. You might already have one, so obviously, or you might have one that works perfectly. So, but you've got to have like the right voltage and all the rest of it, and wattage and that. So, it's worth maybe investing in that. I think it was about £12 or something. So, yeah. Well, ironically, if it's £12 and the Cruiser Blade's about £8 at the moment, that's your 20 quid right there. if they could give that 20 quid back, you could buy both of those things. But I'm going to shut up about that 20 quid now, because you know, if this works the way we want it to, it's still going to be a bargain, isn't it? So, you know, there we go. I can't remember if I've clicked this link. Shall we click on it and see where it goes? What's the shipping information? Let's have a look at that, because I haven't seen that. Oh, we've got to pay £5 shipping on this as well. Okay, so bear that in mind. Oh, free shipping from £50. Oh, so I guess we don't have to pay then. Just checking. Yeah, that must be right then. 2 to 5 working days. So, see, nobody's going to get these on release day then, are they? Actually, no, it's just taking us onto another screen. So let's click on the pre-order and see where it goes. Why is it coming up in euros? I don't know, but... Right then, there's a little preview of your screen anyway. Now you can use Klarna and you can use PayPal. I don't have access to PayPal anymore, but I do have Klarna. So that might be an option for me nearer the time, which might be quite an attractive option. Because I'm assuming at this price I could probably pay in 6 months maybe, which might be quite a nice thing. But anyway, that shows you anyway the details. I don't think we need to go on anything else. So if you follow that link, that's where you'll be going. Okay, let's have a quick look at some of the comments on here, because there's a few relevant points. There's a few whinges. So mostly a lot of this. So it's jumped up £20 since announcement. Less keen now. I don't like the reply though. I have a can of Man Up in the fridge if you want one. It's like, I get it, but it's a relevant point. That's interesting, yeah. 2 mice. Because I'm assuming the A500 Mini mouse would work. Mini Mouse. Sounded wrong saying that, Mini Mouse. Yeah, see, I've had a lot of people complaining about this from the original, like from the A500 Mini, about Jim Power. I had so many comments when I was doing my video saying, have you managed to get Jim Power working? To be honest, I'd never played Jim Power before. I didn't even know what the heck it was. And maybe that's sacrilege to some people, but I wasn't aware of this game. But there's so many people that were complaining that it wouldn't work on the A500 Mini. And they're not prepared to invest in this unless they know it works. So, popular game. Can I ask what was installed? What storage capacity? What's this say? If I order from Italy, will I have to pay tax fees when you ship? What's price tax included? Basically, will there be fees at shipping? No, that's good things to know. This is oh, there's a lot of relevant points on here, which again, we're not seeing anything from Retro Games Limited. I know they're probably very busy right now, but they do need to answer some questions, really. This is the one that got me earlier when I read it. Why is it now £169.99 in the UK? When you convert Aussie dollars, it works out £150. Surely list prices should be similar. I like a comment as well. By June, the world might collapse. I'll pre-order in May if it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, point taken. I see there is no shipping to the US yet. A lot can happen here before June. Yeah, I think they'll add US shipping eventually, but I don't understand why they can't do it immediately, because nothing's being shipped. So I don't know, unless it's price-wise or whatever. I really don't know. I love this one as well. Price increase, I see. I'm sure you said £149.99 originally. They did. They pulled a fast one. It's cheaper in Australia. So it is most of these comments are about the fact that the price went up. And also, there's a lot of people there. What's the specs? So a lot of people that want to know more details. I'll happily order from a US retailer when it actually exists. We don't ship to Sweden. Yeah, I'm quite surprised about that actually, because Amiga's quite big in Sweden, isn't it? As far as I know. The site I go on, that Lemon Amiga that I always talk about, I'm sure that's run by Swedish people. Pretty sure. Which, yeah, it's a bit of a surprise that if that's the case. Yeah. I've seen a lot of this about the specs. So anyway, we could go on and on and on about these comments, but if you are on Facebook, that's where you'll find them, and if you want to add your own, obviously. If Retro Games Limited decide to actually answer some of these questions, then of course I'll be all over it, and if anyone asks me anything specific in the comments and they're not on Facebook and I read it, I'll post it in the comments. If there's anything relevant to making a video, I'll make a video, but I mean, I won't just be making video if there's a couple of comments, because it's hardly worth it, is it? We have to have more to say, and obviously once they do announce the specs, once they do announce the games, I'll cover that. But this is probably the biggest news for now, and we've got 7 months to go, haven't we? So it's probably going to be drip feeding information in the next few months, I would imagine. It's probably not going to be much more. They're still marketing. They're going to be marketing the Intellivision soon, because that's coming out in December, isn't it? So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't hear much about this for a while, apart from maybe the announcement of the games and the specs, because you know they've got other fish to fry. They keep saying as well they're going to be teasing other projects and that. So I don't know if we might even get another mini console before the launch of this. I find it hard to believe. I hope they don't bite off more than they can chew, because you know I think we would all be prepared to say this is the one we're all looking forward to. There might be some very die-hard Intellivision fans that are looking forward to the Sprint, but you know, it's like otherwise I would say this is the one that most people want. And it's like I don't care about anything else on the lead up to this personally, because I'm not made of money and there's no way I can afford more. That's why I'm not even bothering with the Intellivision. It's a nice piece of kit, and maybe I would bother with it under different circumstances, but not when I've got this to pay for, and not when obviously the price has gone up already one time. It's not going to happen for me personally. But let me know your views in the comments as ever. Like, what do you think of the price increase? Are you happy? Probably not. I would imagine. What do you think of their lack of like comments and stuff? And I feel like they're hiding a little bit from this. You know, it should be a bit more transparency personally. What do you think of the fact we don't know the details yet? You know, they're taking money off of people without telling them what they're buying in a lot of senses. So, you know, I know we know roughly what we're buying, but maybe we should know a little bit more by now. But I don't know. Let me know your views anyway. I don't want to be preachy myself. And if you have any questions, obviously, that I can answer, or anyone in the community can answer, let me know. I've been lax with the comments lately because I've been getting some narky ones, and I'm not really mentally strong enough to deal with that. So I tend to ignore most comments, which I don't do it deliberately. I'm just like, I'll go on and like them when I read them, but I try and stay out of them if I'm having a bad day, because I'll read one guarantee and it'll trigger me. I read one yesterday. Somebody said, like, you know, Retro Games Limited has already said that the price is £169.99, and I was like, I didn't want to buy it back, but I bit back immediately and went, yeah, but in the original video, if you watched it, like, I got a bit narky, and I was like, no, just calm down, Lee. You can't do that, you know. It's some professional. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm staying out in the comments a little bit. I'll comment initially probably on a few, but it's really not personal to anybody, and I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate all your feedback as well. I really do. And the comments are not just for me, they're for other people as well to read, and if anyone's got any questions and stuff, particularly when we get down to the technical side of things, because I'm the first person to admit I don't know everything, you know. At the moment, with the lack of information from Retro Games Limited, I don't know anything, so I know what you know, and that's about it. I'm sharing it simply, like I said, mostly because people don't have Facebook these, or a lot of people don't, you know. Even I've considered getting rid of it recently because it's just mostly adverts now, isn't it? It's horrible. But for things like this, it's handy, so I'm more than happy to pass the information on. I can ignore it for most of the time, to be fair. When something big like this comes up, I can be there on the front line, which is great. I like that. So anyway, I shall be back when there is more relevant news, and in the meantime I will try and get some more gameplay videos up while we're waiting for, obviously, announcements. Once we know the 25 games, then I'll start doing some videos on those and stuff like that. And I've got part 5 of my games I'd like to see, which I really should get up before they announce the 25, otherwise it's a bit irrelevant, isn't it, really? I don't have to do 5 parts, I never set myself that target, but I've kind of sketched out part 5, so I would like to do it, but we'll see. If they announce it before then part 5 will not exist, because it's pointless. If they don't, then part 5 will be going up fairly soon. Alright, thanks everybody. Hope you could stand the waffling. I do apologise, and I hope this has been at least useful information. You'll know, where you are if you can order yet. You'll know how to, where the links are and stuff, at least if you're not on Facebook, which is always handy. If not, just you've got the link there, but also just type in Retro Games Limited in Google and it'll bring you to the right page, I'm sure. But the link's up there anyway if you need it. I'll leave it on the screen for now, so hopefully that'll help you out. Okay everybody, take care, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.